trailers that have made movies seem like they're something that they aren't, almost like mashups.
Well, but by the same token, this is from what I've been told by a couple other people who have seen it. It's a heavy anti-war film, and it's very kind of heavy-handed at times. And how do you sell that in this day and age? I mean, would you guys concur with that?
No, I wouldn't. I don't think it really gets into the philosophy of whether or not war is fucked up or not. It's just this one guy's specifically horrifying experience that isn't happening to most soldiers over there that has him come back all fucked up. I mean, it doesn't even really get into things that it could have, which is like, oh, the government's not taking as good care as they could of soldiers who come back fucked up like that. In fact, they're doing everything they can. Like, he wants to go back because he can't handle being back with his family, and the military's like, look, man, you need to, we're not ready to send you back yet. You need to talk to some people.
Yeah, we haven't put together the dirty dozen for this war. And, you're right on top. So they're not suicide mission, fine.
It's not anti-military at all, and it's not pro or anti-war. It's just about these people, and it's about, kind of trying to be more understanding when some of these guys are coming back and they're having really severe problems reintegrating.
So from what you guys are saying, Tobey Maguire, Oscar?
No, hold on. I would say that it's there if you want to see it. If you want to find an anti-war message in there, you can find it, and you will. But at the same time, I don't think that that's the main point of the film. I mean, there is an actual line in this movie where Jake Gyllenhaal says, "Stop, this is a family matter." And so if you want to see this as centering more on the family, then that's what you'll see also. So I don't know if that answers your question or not, because if you walk in, let me just put it this way. If you walk in there with anti-war feelings, you're going to make out of that movie what you want to. But I don't think that there's enough in there to justify it being an anti-war film. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
It is an interesting family dynamic film, but here's the downside of this whole movie. Unlike The Deer Hunter, which had so many different stories and backstories, and it was very complicated with everything that was happening with all these different characters, this is really just an idea without much of a story around it. It's that same concept as in The Deer Hunter. Like, wow, it's so hard to fit back in and to like be with your loved ones after they haven't seen and experienced the things you've experienced.
Yeah.
But that's really it. That's what the story is right there. There's not much more to it than that. And this would be, for me, just a rental of a film if it wasn't for the out of the park performances by all three of the leads.
Yeah, no, everybody in this movie is incredible.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody. The Sam Shepard, Mary Winningham.
Yeah.
Somebody we hadn't seen in a while.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, and I'm trying to find, there's a little girl in this movie.
The older of the two little girls is like one of the best child performances you've ever seen. It's like it's nuanced, and it's like you can see she's experiencing like two or three different things at the same time, and you're like, wow, how did they get this performance from this girl? And then you look and see who directed it, Jim Sheridan, and that's kind of what he does.
Yeah, no, Jim Sheridan, who did In America and also Get Rich or Die Trying with 50 Cent.
To keep bringing that up.
Hey man, he can't hide from that.
Yeah, no, that was some fucking bullshit.
It was.
I felt like I was in Afghanistan being tortured watching that movie. He ain't gonna slide with that shit. But it's amazing to see how maybe the studios pulled him into doing that, and how he works when he doesn't have to have that over his head, when he has the right project, because this movie is great. Bailey Madison is that girl's name. I don't think that girl's a little girl. I think she's a midget.
Yeah, she's gonna be an orphan too.
Yeah, that little girl is so. There's scenes where she has such pain on her face. I think somebody was like sticking her with pins on her foot or something because she was crying. I mean,
they had a knife to one of her Care Bears.
They had one of her bears off to the side and had to do the thing that they did in Afghanistan.
Yeah.
Don't give her any candy. She's got to stay miserable. Gotta take her dad and torture her offset.
I'm gonna pull a bullet in this bear's head. You don't. But no, she was great.
Mr. Wriggles is gonna get
it.
You better cry.
Better cry. No, she's great. Now, one of the things that I did not like about the film is that, and I'm not saying that they even needed to go overseas or to Afghanistan to do any kind of on-location shooting, but Afghanistan in this movie really does look like someone's backyard. Looks like a rock quarry or something.
I think it's got a sandbox.
Yeah, you can get in the background. You can see the costume shop where they got the beards for the Afghanistan people.
So it's like the Epcot Center version of Afghanistan.
They've got that in an Epcot Center.
It's like you see the roadside bombs, but there's also a cotton candy stand in the background.
It's a small war after all. It's a small war after all.
Yeah, listen to that torture Tobey Maguire. You want to give us information? On the way out, visit our gift shop. You can see kids walking by with American flags, lighting up firecrackers and shit. No, it looks. You don't need.
Our Baba Ganoush made from cotton candy.
That's what they did to Tobey Maguire. They took him back into that staging area where all the Disney characters take their heads off.
No, Mickey's real. Put it back on.
Mickey's got acne and is 19.
You're telling us everything, sir. But no, my point with those scenes also, maybe they look that way to me because I don't really think they needed to intersperse as many of those scenes throughout the film as they did. I would have liked it maybe it was a flashback, had they shown us one or two scenes, or if they just kind of left it to where you didn't know what was going on over there. Tobey Maguire had to come back and at some point kind of confess, and then the audience is like, "Oh shit!" And because we're guessing through the whole film, what is wrong with him? Something definitely happened, but could it be that bad? And when you find out, it's like, yeah, is that bad?
Well, we see early on what it is that's that bad.
That's what I'm saying.
He never
That's what I
actually
didn't like.
confesses it out loud because, we know the whole time. I like the fact that they show you because then, despite all the fucked up shit he's doing, you're still on his side. You're like, oh man, this guy, you just want him. Look, just talk to these people. I mean, yeah, this is fucked up shit you had to do, but you're going to kill everyone if you don't let this shit out to someone. And so you're there with them. And if it wasn't for that, you'd just be like, fuck that guy. He's a crazy dick. They need to put him in a stockade or something.
Yeah, I will say this. It's hard to say if there's going to be any Oscar nominations. I mean, if there are, you can definitely see it.
Yeah, it would be Tobey Maguire if anybody gets a nomination because he's that good in this.
Oh, yeah.
And actually, Natalie Portman is like, it's easy to forget, but, because she's kind of in the background on some of this, but she is that strong, tolerant, patient wife, mother who you can just see is just racked with pain over what's going on, but she is the one who has to stay strong, and she does a really remarkable performance here.
But Tobey Maguire, you're right. I mean, he should get it if there is one. I just don't know if there will be. I don't know what they're up against. But other than that, in some bad a bad musical score in some of it too, like really bad when it's supposed to be like sad.
Watchmen bad.
No, more like
Nothing is that bad.
More like happy, almost Disney type funny music playing.
Jeez,
when there's like a lot of intense things going on. Not quite there, but close enough to be too much for this film. But look, it's a good movie. I can't go all the way to say it's a full price because of the things that I've been saying, but thanks to the performances, I mean, it brought it up to a matinee.
It's not a full price, and like I said, if it wasn't for those performances, probably would be just a rental because it's not that original of a story and it doesn't have that much new to say. But man, do those performances sell you on it? As you were saying, Tobey Maguire, I was like, oh Jesus Christ! When he finally just snaps, you're just sitting there like, oh fuck, this guy is gonna kill everyone. He's gonna come out of the audience and out of the screen and kill the audience.
I'm gonna say, y'all got me scared. Like that door's gonna open right now. He's gonna be standing there looking at us with his blue eyes. Like he'll be completely in silhouette, but those burning bright blue eyes will be just staring us down like a big owl.
He's freaking out like the guy in Training Day. King Kong has nothing on Tobey Maguire.
Yeah,
put it that way.
Let's just pray that we don't see the Tobey Maguire freak out tape one day because people will die.